Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacey and I'm an infidelity coach who specializes in helping the unfaithful heal from their affair and prevent relapse. If you would like to work with me or you want any information, check the description box below and let's get on to this video. Okay, so this video is about, I get this question a lot. Will I ever stop thinking about my affair partner? So I made some notes. Let me bring it with me. Okay. So the answer to that is yes, you will stop thinking about your affair partner. But because withdrawal is so hard and it's so difficult, it's very easy to get stuck in like thought loops, get stuck in questions about them. There's several questions that we go through that we, when I say we, I mean me and my clients, we cover to help get them out of those thought loops, because it's very easy to get into that. It's, thinking about your affair partner is completely normal. It's normal to grieve someone you've been in a relationship with. And then when it ends, there's some trauma there. There's especially like if the spouses find out, then there's even more trauma and the abruptness of the relationship could end, that kind of thing. And then you're getting a lot of trouble from your spouse, like there's fighting and all that, which all of that is understandable. It's expected, it's normal. But it can leave us really thinking about our affair partner, really focusing on them more so, because we created a safety net around them, like this fantasy world or just this escape place around our affair partner, meaning that they are our safe person. They have made it where we can feel emotionally safe with them. So when they're not there anymore and all of the turmoil is going on around us like a whirlwind, we are drawn back to the last place that brought us happiness, which is that person. For me, this is what got me stuck the longest, was that I just felt like I couldn't stop thinking about him. And it's like my thoughts were always on him. Like I would wake up in the morning thinking about him. I would go to bed at night thinking about him. It's just, he was always on my mind. And it took me a very long time. And if you're my client, you're on here, I've shared my story with you about how long it actually took me to let him go. And that's something that I really encourage you guys is don't worry that it will take you a long time, because it doesn't have to. You don't have to get stuck in the thoughts of your affair partner like I did. I just didn't know any better, in a sense where I didn't know that staying obsessed with him or staying focused on him and the relationship and what it was and how much pleasure it brought me, I didn't know how that would keep my emotions in sort of like a bondage place, and it would keep me in a pit of depression. I just didn't know that. So I want to encourage you that yes, it's normal to think about your affair partner a lot. Yes, you will get to a place where you don't think about them anymore, but it's so important that you understand how to get to that place where you wake up one day and you think, wow, I haven't thought about them in a week. Eventually, and in the beginning, it's more like, wow, I haven't thought about them in the last 2 hours, or I haven't thought about them this morning when I woke up. So eventually, for me, that's kind of how it went. It wasn't where one day I just woke up and I said, gosh, I hadn't thought about him in a month. It kind of happened like that. Like I would pay attention, like it would just catch me like, oh wow, I've been free from all these tormenting thoughts about our relationship and about my affair partner and all of this stuff, and then over time, as I started to move through recovery the right way, then eventually I got to the place where I just didn't think about him anymore. And even now, I make videos about my relationship with him. I talk to my clients about him. So he's on my mind, but there's no emotion there anymore. It's nothing's attached to it, because if it was, I wouldn't be able to discuss this, like, let's be honest. When we're in that place, it's hard for us talk about them or even think about them, because everything becomes a trigger. So I want my life to be an encouragement to you that eventually you can get to a place where you just see them as a person. Yes, you'll never forget. You know you've had a relationship with them. You know you experienced something with them. But the love, the emotion, the pain, all of that is gone. And they become neutral. Just like that's someone in my past. That was a part of my past. That was part of my story, however you want to look at it. It's just I'm not there anymore emotionally. So be encouraged by that. But yes, you will stop thinking about your affair partner. It is definitely possible, but you need tools if you find yourself getting stuck. Now, some people will move through recovery, no problem. They won't get stuck. And that could be for a lot of reasons. It could be because the affair just been going on for so long and they're just so tired of the pain that they're just ready to do whatever they need to do, and they just do it and they're fine. Some people, however, like myself, I'm stubborn, they will get stuck. And they will get stuck maybe on questions, or I just need closure. And that was kind of my deal. I needed closure. I thought I needed closure from him. I thought I needed to have that conversation with him. I needed to get those questions answered. Like, did you really love me? And what was all of this about? And why did you come back for me the way you did? And just all these crazy things that would go through my head. I thought if I talked to him, that would make that go away. But what I want you to see is those kinds of thoughts, the fantasies, the what ifs. What if I see you again in the future? What if we meet up? What if we're supposed to be together? And then one day when we're older and the kids are grown, now we can be together. All of that is going to keep you stuck. And if you don't know how to get out of it, time will pass. And a lot of time will pass and you will still be there. I had to go through it the hard way. Like I had to suffer through some really bad anxiety and depression to finally realize what was going on, and God had to show me, now I need to show you how to get out of this thought process, how to get out of these thought loops, how to, stop thinking about him, because the problem is with thoughts. It's not always a bad thing, but when it becomes a bad thing is our thoughts about a situation will create an emotion inside of us, and that emotion will cause the urge for a behavior. It will cause us to want to do something. That's where we get our behavior from. It's a thought process. It's thoughts, emotions, behavior, then result. Then you're going to get an outcome from that. So that's kind of like had a thought. I kept in these thoughts, in these fantasies, in the what ifs, created emotions, anxiety, pleasure, missing them, stayed in the grief. The behavior was I was never present with my family. I couldn't focus on anything. All I wanted to do was call him constantly. I was constantly battling the urge to call or the temptation to text him or something like that, and even when that part kind of subsided a little bit, there was still the I wish I could just see you, so the behavior it created in me was a restlessness. I was angry. I would jump on my husband. I would fuss at my kids. I couldn't be happy anymore. I couldn't enjoy life. Okay. So that was what happened to me, all by not understanding how to get out of these thought loops. So a lot of what I work with my clients is helping them to get out of that, helping them to go through grief, go through the crisis phase, which is your withdrawal phase, without getting stuck. And we just keep moving forward with that, because I can't take away your pain. Pain is a consequence. It's something we have to face. It's something we have to go through. But what I can do is I can help you learn how to manage your pain while we move. So we manage and move. And I've probably said this on a video before. We just learn how to manage, because pain is like quicksand. It's like mud. These questions are like quicksand. We get stuck in them and it's so hard to get out. So if you find yourself in that position, you would like some help, be encouraged. Like I said, let my life be an encouragement to you, because I did it and I feel like I almost lost my mind. Let's just be honest, okay? I feel like I almost went crazy. So if I can do this, if God can help me through this, then you can do it. You can get through it. And if you want, I can help you get through it as well. Just check the box below, send me an email, we'll get you scheduled, and we'll get you on the right path of getting out of this pain and torment from having an affair. So that's it today. Be encouraged. If you have any questions or anything like that, just let me know. And I hope this video helped you. And don't worry, it won't always be like this, okay? It really won't. It takes a little effort, but again, we put effort into getting into the relationship. We can put some effort into getting ourselves out of it because we are worth it, okay? Tell yourself that today. You are worth it. Even though you messed up, you're still worth it and you still deserve healing. I'll talk to you in the next video. Love you. Bye.